Hi, this is Steve Hassinger, Career Services Director at Central Penn College, and this is the second in a series of 4 videos to introduce you to a tool called Focus 2. At this point, we're going to assume that you've watched video 1 and you have a Focus account, and you know how to find the Focus tool. So this is the login screen. I have an account. I'm simply going to type in my username and my password and click Login. When you do, you should see a screen that looks like this. This is the home page for Focus 2. And there's a lot of different tools here that you can use. For the purpose of this video, we're only going to be in the self-assessment section. And you can see that there are 5 self-assessments that you can do. The assessments are based on your work interest, your personality, your leisure interest, your values, and your skills. And I would highly recommend that you complete all 5 of these assessments, because in the next video we're going to show you how to combine the results of all 5 assessments. Right now we want to find out what your Holland code or your Holland type is. Dr. John Holland theorized that people in work environments could essentially be classified into 6 different groups. And those 6 groups are realistic, investigative, artistic, social, enterprising, and conventional. Your Holland type or your Holland code is probably going to be different than mine, because no 2 people are exactly alike. And thank goodness for that. Because I've already completed the work interest assessment, you'll see that I have options to go directly to my results, to review them, or to start over and completely wipe out the results that I had before. I'm going to click on Review just to give you an idea of what this section is like. And you can see in this section it's going to ask, to what degree would I enjoy a bunch of different things? And I'm going to say 1 star, not at all, 2 to a slight degree, 3 to a moderate degree, 4 to a high degree, or 5 to a very high degree. So the first question that you're going to see is, to what degree would I enjoy designing graphic art images and illustrations for advertising media? I am not artistic, and I do not particularly enjoy designing things like graphic art images and illustrations. So I'm going to say that's something I really don't enjoy at all. You're going to go through this and answer all these questions. And I'm simply going to go through very quickly because I've already answered them, as you can see. And I want to click through to my results. Now, an important thing to point out is that you might have a tie among 2 of these categories. So you can see I had a tie between enterprising and investigative. I scored exactly the same based on my results. So it's going to give me both of these descriptions, and I'm going to read them, and it's going to force me to choose one or the other as being more like me. Because I've already read them, I know that enterprising sounds a little bit more like me. So I'm going to choose enterprising and hit continue. And now I'm going to see my results in graph form, and over here at the right I'm going to see my Holland code or my Holland type. So if somebody said, what's my Holland code or my Holland type, I'm going to tell them SEI. Social, enterprising, and investigative are my 3 highest scores. You can see that I scored only 8.33 on conventional, realistic 4.167, and I actually scored 0 in artistic. Now if I scroll down, I can read the description, and I can see that social are considered the helpers. People in the social category prefer to work with others. They tend to be highly verbal, express themselves well, get along well in groups. They prefer the team approach to problem solving. They often describe themselves as cooperative, friendly, and understanding. They generally enjoy teaching, caring for others, volunteering, mediating disputes, meeting new people, and working in groups. That sounds like a pretty good description of who Steve Hassinger is. Not 100%. I don't particularly like mediating disputes, and I just as soon avoid disputes. But you can see that if I scroll over this bar, it'll tell me that I scored 66.67, so basically 2/3 on a scale of 0 to 100. If I had scored 95 or 100, that description should sound exactly like me. On the other hand, if I go down to realistic, where I scored 4.167, that's not going to sound very much like me. So if we read that description, they're considered the doers. They like to work with objects and things. They like to create things with their hands, use tools or machines. Some prefer large, powerful machines like tractors, while others prefer precision machinery. They enjoy being physically active, repairing equipment, rebuilding cars, fixing electrical things, solving mechanical problems, playing sports, working outdoors, and using their hands. That doesn't sound a lot like me. I love playing sports, so that aspect of it does sound like me. But that's why I scored so low, because these other things are not me. I like to tell people that if I have a plumbing problem in my house, the first thing I do is call my wife. If she can't fix it, I'm going to call a plumber, because I know that I am not good at that. If we scroll down and we continue, again, it's going to show my Holland code, SEI, and now it's going to give me a list of some jobs and some majors at Central Penn that look like they would be a good fit simply based on my work interest. Okay, this is only one of those 5 assessments. And you can see the jobs and the majors that are listed here. You'll see national median salaries, not starting salaries, but median salaries for everybody who's doing that job, and the job family. Some of these jobs have a green leaf next to it, which means that they're considered environmentally friendly jobs. Sometimes you'll see with jobs with a little sun beside it, which means that they have a bright outlook. There's going to be greater than average openings in that field in the near future. If I scroll down a little further, I'll see some additional occupations matching my results. And the reason they didn't show up initially is because we don't have a major at Central Penn that's going to prepare me to be an industrial hygienist or a sports psychologist. Now I can also filter my results, and I can say, you know what, I don't have any intention of getting an advanced degree. I only want an associate or a bachelor's degree. Let's update it and see what I can do with just those 2 degrees. And we'll see some different jobs, but we'll notice that business professor went away because I need an advanced degree to do that job. Later on, we're going to show how you can explore these job openings. But for the purpose of this video, we wanted you to be able to figure out what your Holland code or your Holland type is. The next video is going to show you how to combine those assessments. If you have any questions about what you've seen in this video, please feel free to reach out to us in Career Services by calling 717-728-2467 or emailing us at careerservices@centralpenn.edu. Thank you.